What to do if gastric bypass fails? The answer coming up next. In this video, we're gonna go over what is gastric bypass. And next we'll go through what to do if gastric bypass fails. And last, we're gonna dive into how you can lose just as much weight as gastric bypass, but without the gastric bypass. So what is gastric bypass? Now, a lot of people take and they interchange the terms gastric bypass with bariatric surgery, with bariatric bypass, with lap bands, with they mix and they muddle everything up. But here's what you need to know. There are 3 types of bariatric surgeries. You have the lap band, you have the gastric sleeve, and you have gastric bypass. And the lap band is the least invasive. Next, we have the gastric sleeve, and the gastric bypass, the one that you're wondering about, it's the one that is the most complicated of all 3 weight loss surgeries. So what is gastric bypass? Gastric bypass, and by the way, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an OR nurse, but I think that with this visual, between the visual and me explaining it, you're gonna be able to see what I'm talking about. The gastric bypass is the most complicated of the 3, and it's when the surgeon creates 3 different pouches, 3 different stomachs. And then they take and they reroute the plumbing to where now your digestion is rerouted a different way. Hopefully that visual will help you a little bit. It's very complicated. We're not gonna deep dive, but you need to understand it's a very complicated procedure, and it can have some complications long-term as well. So what to do when gastric bypass fails? I've got some firsthand knowledge of this because my sister Carrie wanted to have bariatric surgery, but at 260, 270, she wasn't quite big enough to have surgery in the United States. So she went down to Mexico to have bariatric surgery, and it caused a whole host of problems. Long story short, she lost a little bit of weight, but gained a bunch of it back. And it was only until she came to me that she was able to lose over 100 pounds and keep it off for 10 years and counting. So why did bariatric surgery fail my sister? It's because it didn't address the root cause of why she was obese in the first place. You know, look, healthy people make a lot of sense, but they don't make a lot of dollars. And so nobody really counseled Carrie on the problem that got her in this mess. They didn't address her sugar addiction. So even getting the bariatric surgery didn't get to the root cause of what got her in the mess in the first place. So guess what? She got herself back into the same mess even after bariatric surgery. So you might be watching this video because gastric bypass failed you, or you failed gastric bypass, or you failed a weight loss surgery of a different type. But can I just tell you that when we were getting ready for this video, I was talking to my sister about this, and I was like, I can't believe it, these people didn't. I was really coming down hard on gastric bypass patients, and she stopped me and she said, hold on a minute, it's not all their fault. And she explained to me something that you might be feeling. And that's the fact that when you don't feel good, you make poor food choices. When your cells are not getting nourished, they're gonna send signals to your body. They're gonna be crying out to you for nourishment. They're malnourished. And when your cells are crying out to heal and they're not getting the nourishment that they need, it just snowballs into this vicious cycle of you making poor choices because you feel like garbage. Your brain is fuzzy, you have foggy brain, you have no energy, your body doesn't feel right, and you reach for the Cheetos, or you do the Dairy Queen drive-thru to get a Blizzard, or you get the Shamrock Shake. You make these really crappy decisions because you don't feel good, and it's not your fault, and it's really a true snowball effect. So if you're watching this right now and you gained back some of your weight after gastric bypass or another weight loss surgery, or maybe you're watching this and you did lose some weight but you never quite got down to goal weight, or maybe you gained all of it back, can I tell you, you're in good company, because 1/3 of Code Red clients are weight loss surgery survivors. Our community members get it. We can wrap our loving arms around you, we can come behind you, and we can carry you through this process of dealing with failed gastric bypass. So if you are a gastric bypass patient who failed, and you were making poor decisions, first of all, I don't judge you, I don't shame you, but I also don't take cheating very lightly. I don't want you to think that I'm going to tolerate that on the Code Red lifestyle. Yes, I get it. Yes, there were circumstances that really made it difficult for you to make good choices, but it's a new day. So if you come onto the Code Red lifestyle, we would love to have you, but I do expect you to be 100% compliant to the program and not argue with me about the rules because you're a gastric bypass patient. I've got a lot of experience with this, and my sister Carrie, the one that I've mentioned to you, is an MSNRN. So not only does she have the medical background to be able to help you, she has the personal experience. So we're gonna get you through this, but I do expect you to do what I have put in the program for you. It might surprise you to learn that you can lose just as much weight just as quick on Code Red than you can with gastric bypass. Even if you have complications from past surgeries or complications from the whole procedure, don't worry. It still can work for you. We're gonna maybe adjust the plan a little bit for you. That's why it's so good for you to get a custom program. A personalized, customized nutrition program is gonna work best for you and your special circumstances. See, you need to understand that even though we have tens of thousands of people on Code Red, you are not just a number to us. We don't have a cookie cutter program that just stamps out the same program for everybody. Did you know that I actually write the custom programs myself? I really do, because I want to keep my finger on the pulse of everybody coming through. And there's a special section in my Code Red cookbook just for gastric bypass patients that can't seem to eat the food the same way that people with a normal stomach do. And we're going to work with you. We're going to make sure that you get all the nutrients you need and you get the rest of this weight off. So a custom program is definitely the way to go if you want to skip to the front of the line and you want to get this weight off once and for all and never go around this weight loss mountain again. No shakes, no pills, no diet foods, no exercise. But if you're not quite ready for a custom program, then definitely start with our 10-pound takedown challenge. It's only $47 for 30 days. I'm going to come live to you every day and teach you something new. We do talk specifically about bariatric surgery. On one of the days, Carrie's going to do a special teaching for you. And it's a great way for you to dip your toe into the lifestyle to see if it's for you. Of course, it's real food, water, and sleep, which we believe is the proper human diet and the way we were created as a species to eat. So I've linked it up below. You're going to see the custom program link. You're going to see the challenge link. Click on those if you're interested, and I will see you on the next video.